there were some issues. Okay, so I don't know what is the issue here. Okay, still not going. Hello all. Oh, it is going now. I think it is going now. Okay, that's good. We are live. I thought still the issue is there. Okay, no, the issue is not there. So that is good. And we are going to. I hope not delayed by much. I hope I am only delayed by maybe 5 minutes and all. One sec. Quality is okay. One sec. Okay. 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 Okay, so I think I'm live well, and let's get started. And we're going to start with Flexbox today. As you know, Flexbox is one of the most important layout techniques out there. And if you know Flexbox, it's a very easy for you to get a job in a startup and all. Also, startup and all, you need React skills, of course, that is required. But with that, Flexbox skills is also at least Flexbox skill is required. On the top of it, if you have CSS skills, it will be much better. Okay, so that is there. Okay, so that is there, and let me share my screen. Okay, so again I have an empty folder, and okay, so I'll come here and do a new folder of Flexbox 1. And Flexbox is a very important layout technique. You'll see why it is the important, and combine all of the learning which you learn in this week with some front-end mentor project from my channel, and you'll be very good to go in CSS. Okay, so let me open this. Maybe it will open like this. It's good. Okay, okay, so that is good. So we are going to have some basic setup also here first. So I will have a index.html, and I will have a style.css. See both these things I'm going to have. And then here like this, and this one is Flexbox 1, and I will also link to the style.css. It is linked, and then okay, so then we'll have some setup. Okay, I will have some basic setup here. So let us do those basic setup, and in that, what I'm going to have first, I'm going to have a container first. Okay, so Flexbox is always given in the container. Okay, so we are going to have this container first, and then after that, what we are going to do, we're going to have some basic CSS. So let us have that basic CSS. Okay, so if you open this thing, a container is there, and this, it has got different boxes are there. Box 1 to box 10 are there, and let me open this and go live. And okay, go live, and then we'll come to the style.css, and then so what we are having here, some basic styles we are going to have. This is not actually the flex box, just the basic styles I'm having. Box sizing, border box, this we already learned. We should always give this thing. So in bigger projects we always give this thing, box sizing, border box. Then we have a box of color white, some font is there, text line set, and padding is there, so it is looking like this big thing. And then box 1, box 2, box 3, box 10 are of different colors. So what I'm basically doing it, I'm just giving them some styles. This is not yet Flexbox, so they're by default divs. So every div is coming in its own row. So that is like that. So what is now Flexbox? So Flexbox, we always give it in the parent thing. So in the container only I'm going to give. So I will go to the container, and this container I'm going to go dot container, and here I'll do a display of flex. I'm going to do, and border is 5px solid black. I'm going to give, save it, and see. The moment I give a display flags in the parent, see it came one after the another. You might seem that it is something like a float left. No, it is not a float left. It doesn't changes anything, and this is one of the most powerful thing out there. So this display flex I'm going to do, and it is not ending here. It has got a lot more properties. The moment I do display flex, it will move everything in from like this. It will move, okay, one after the another. Change it the natural thing, like the div comes one after the another. No, it will come in the row. So this is what is display flex is there. So beside that, we have something very small thing is there, which is known as inline flex. Okay, inline flex is there, which is like what happens since the border you're seeing, border is ending till the end. Here the border will end here, but we don't use it that much, so it is there, but it is there. So now next thing which we are going to do, and we have to go a bit faster because I want to complete flexbox today. Okay, so this flex is there, and then the next thing which you are going to have is the height is of 100 vertical height is there. So 100 vertical height I will give, so it will go to the hand. So vh means vertical height. Oh, I think I have not thought about this unit. This unit takes the, this is a quite new unit. This unit means the view view height. So it will take the complete view height of the things. Okay, view height I have given. This is again not related to flexbox. So another thing is that in flexbox, see what happens by default, everything is a row. There are actually flexbox is unidirectional or one directional, unidirectional or one direction. In flexbox, what happens, everything is there is a main axis which moves from left to right. One direction means we will, it behaves according to the direction. So like it is like left to right is the main axis, left to right is the main axis, and top to bottom is the other axis, is it is known as a cross axis. So the main axis is like it has got something known as a property known as there are different property in flexbox, and there are a lot of properties, and the CSS grid has even more property. So flex direction I'll do as a row, and I'll save it. Nothing will happen because by default the flex direction is row only. Even if you don't give it, it will be row only. But the moment, and the flex direction row means the main axis is from left to right and the cross axis is from top to bottom. This is something which is very important to know. But now if I do the flex direction as column, what will happen? Top to down, it is coming like this. Okay, top to down. It is not because of div or something. Flex direction column I have given, it is coming because of that. Okay, so that is there. Now okay, so now there is something known as row reverse and column reverse also. I'm going to give you all a very good game to play. After this I will tell you a very good game. A lot of people don't know about that game. I will till stayed in the end, and I will tell you a very good game, which is a gamification way to learn flexbox. Okay, so you can learn from there also. Okay, so that is there. And then what is there? Okay, so I'll come here and do a dot box and width of 300 pixel. So I'm giving the box of width of 300 pixels. So box means each one of the box, I'm giving the width of 300 pixels. So now what will happen? I'll save it. So okay, now okay, I will remove the flex direction column as well also. So what is happening now? So width of 300 pixel I've taken, but it has given all of these things. Okay, but the thing is that this is not, this is, each of them is not 300 pixels. Each of them is hardly 100 pixel or something like that. Why? Because if I open this, okay, I'm on Chrome only, so that is a good thing. So because width of box is 300 pixel means each of the box would be 300 pixel, means the 10 boxes will be 3000 pixel. That's a lot of pixel. And if I move this, see, you'll get at the top the width is like only 1178 pixel, 1172 pixel, 11 something, like in the top only 1920 pixel, it is 2000 pixel. So no way it is like 300 pixel, means it adjusted whatever the space was left, it adjusted according to that. So this is the by default behavior of a flexbox, means if you give the width also, it will adjust it accordingly. But if I don't want it, if I want the width to be 300 pixel only for each of the box, then what I do? So there is a property known as flex wrap as wrap. I'll give that flex wrap as wrap, I'll give. And now see, each one of them is a 300 pixel, each one of them is 300 pixel. Okay, like this, 300 pixel. And flexbox is completely responsive. It is auto adjusting. Each one of them is 300 pixels. So this is like this. Okay, let me make it a bit bigger like this. Okay, so each one of them is 300 pixel and it is working like this. So that is that. This is about the flex wrap property. Now what else we are going to see? We are going to come here and okay, so we are going to see one more property. Okay, I will remove all this property and we are going to see one more property, and that property is known as the order property. Although we're going to look again into one of the other property. What I'm going to give here, the box, I'm going to, okay, so suppose let me first display flex. Again it is coming like this, and then I have the box. I will give as flex as 1. I will give flex as 1. I will give, save it and see now what happened. Flex 1 is the special thing which we are going to learn again. Flex 1 means, see, the whatever the leftover space was there, it was equally distributed among all the other things. It was equally distributed. Flex of 1 means that. Okay, flex of 1 is done. Now we are actually learning some property known as order property. What is this order property? So if this box 3 dot box 3, I'll give as order 1 and dot box 5 as order 2. I'll give this thing order 1 and order 2. So now what will happen? So by default everything is of order 0. So 1 2 3, everything is order 0. So box 3 I'm taking it as order 1, box 5 I'm taking it as order 2. So this has changed the position. The order is something which is related to the individual property. We are going to learn about that soon. So but this is like this. Okay, so that is there. Now we are going to look into alignment and centering. Now alignment and centering, and I'm going to do it in a different code, different things, so that you all can learn about these things. Okay, so you all can get this code, not learn about this, get this code what I am saying. Okay, so that is there, and or else we'll going to, okay, it's okay. Okay, so I'll change that later on, means we are going to learn it here only. Okay, so I'll remove these things. Again the display flex is there like this, and we are going to learn about the alignment property. What is the alignment property? If I do a CSS flex box, so it generally is it, this is a complete guide to flex. This is a very good link. It's a very good shortcut link, and in it, what is there? All the different flex properties are there. All the different flex properties are there. Also children properties are the quick reference. This is a very quick reference. Children properties also there, which is like an order property, which you have just seen. What is the order property? And then wrap you have seen. So what we are going to see, so flexbox has some other property known as justify content and all those things. Those are very important and those make flexbox. So we are going to see those things, justify content and all those things. Okay, so let us do here, and let us come here, and I will do something known as, first we're going to see the justify content. Justify content is what? This defines the alignment along the main axis. So whatever the main axis, it defines along that, and it helps distribute the extra space and leftovers. So suppose I have like this, and whatever, it will move according to that. So I have also like this right now, so it will move according to that. Okay, so I will have a border first, border 5px solid black, I'll do, and then justify content is flex start. Save it, go here, nothing will happen. Flex start. So what else property it has got? Flex start, flex end, some other property which is there, it is written here. Okay, what are they? So flex start I have done, then I'll do the flex end, and it will move to the end. So this is how powerful flexbox is. I'm able to move all the items like this. So with these things we create a very good kind of layout. So we create all of these things. Okay, and then there is a center is there. Save it, it will move to the center. Then similar to this, I will be having one more thing is like space around. I'm going to have, so it will have some space around, then space between. I'm going to have space between and space evenly. Space evenly is there. so it will space it evenly. So this is another three properties which we have. So these three we have. Now there is one more thing is that, so justify content, I told it is along the main axis, as they have also written it defines the alignment along the main axis. Flexbox, actually the main axis can change. How the main axis can change? We've seen that the moment you give your flex direction as a different as column, it will change. And to see those things, actually I need to do one more thing here. So I will give it a bit smaller, but or else it will not show correctly. Okay, so and this one I will do as flex, and I will do save it, and see it is moving here in the flex end. And then I'm giving the flex direction as column and height as 100 vertical height. Save it. So it will all see, all of them is moving to the end. So now the main axis from top to down, flex end it is moving, flex end, flex start, center it is moving. And so like this we have. Okay, and then we have all those things also. We have like space around, space between, and space evenly we have. So all of these things again we have. Okay, so this all things have, yeah. So we're done with the justify content, and we have seen it in both the way, if the flex direction is row and if the flex direction is column. So now we are going to look into align item. So align item is like this thing. Align item is this. This defines the default behavior for how the flex item are laid along the cross axis. Cross axis is means the opposite of main axis. Right now the cross axis is, when I have a flex direction column, the cross axis is left to right. But now I'm going to change it. And okay. So this I will okay, again I will make it as a 100 pixel, and this display flex and all is there, and gold is there, and and I will not have these things, and height of 100 VH I have given. It is okay. So it is showing like this. Okay, it is showing like this. Now what I'm going to have, I'm going to have a align item here. Align items, I'm going to have align item, I'm going to have a stretch is there, and it is save it. So by default it is stretch, so stretch is been shown like this. And then I am going to have it as a flex start, save it. So it will move to the flex start. Okay, flex start is will move, then it will move to flex end, it will move to the flex end, then it will move to the center, move the center. So like this it will move. Okay, so one more thing is that it doesn't have many other, it doesn't have other property like the space around and all those things it doesn't have. Okay, so what does it have then? Okay, so it has got another very good property known as baseline. So baseline is seeing, it is mainly for the text, all the text are at the same place. So how I will do the baseline? For that, the first thing which I'm going to do is to change the font sizes. Okay, change the font size. I'll come here and do the font size. See, I've changed the font sizes like this, so it will be shown like this. But align item I will do as baseline. See now what will happen. See this 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 9 10. See the basis of it. It is all aligned. Like it is known as baseline. They are also giving this thing. It is all aligned. So this is known as a baseline. Okay, so we're done with this. Now we are going to learn about. Okay, so let's learn about some. Let create a new one. Like I will do a new folder and flex box 2. I'm going to do and then index.html and style.css and not of Flexbox, Flexbox 2, then link style.css is there, then save it. And then what I'm going to have, I'm going to have wait a sec, I'm going to have some boxes again. So let us have those boxes. Then these boxes I'm going to have again the boxes, and again I'm going to have some styles. So let me take some styles also now. So the styles may be a bit different. I will take this time. Yeah. So okay, so this I'm going to have, and box sizing is border box. Okay, so I'm going to have this thing. A bit of color is different, just nothing else is there. And then I'll go live. So see, the color is a bit different. I'll refresh it. So this is like this. Okay, the color is a bit different, everything else is same. So now what we're going to see, we are now going to see the property of, actually one more property is remaining after this align item. We have a property known as align content. So what is align content? And align content actually is much more powerful than align item. What happens in align content, it moves the whole of the thing, whole of the items at once, but it is actually the opposite of justify content, but it is along the cross axis, not on the main axis. Align is always on the cross axis, it is not a cross axis. So we're going to see this thing, align content, not align item we've already seen. Okay, so that is there. Now we're going to come here, and we are going to do a dot container is display of flex and border of 10 px solid black and height of and height of 100 vertical height is there. And then I'm going to save it, and it is coming like this. Okay, and we are going to have a box also, dot box width of 33.333%. I'm going to have save it, so it is shown like this. Okay, so it is showing like this. Now what else I'm going to have, height is there, and then I'm going to have a flex wrap as wrap is like this. It will come like this. Flex wrap is like wrap is coming like this. Now what we are going to do here, so we are going to do here like this. First thing we are going to do is the align content. So we are going to do that, align content as flex start. I'm going to do, so it will, everything will move to the flex start, then there is flex end, everything will move to the end. So it is like this. Then as you might have guessed, it is the center, everything will move to the center. Then we have space between, so everything, why it is not showing space between? Okay, so it is a bit slow. So a space between, it is showing like this, and then space around is like this, and space evenly is like this. So it is like this, it is come. So that is there. And this is all about the align content. Okay, so the next thing which we are going to do is there are some individual properties are remaining. Okay, so individual properties are like this. So we have done all of these things. Flexbox is very small, as I told earlier also, Flexbox is very small. Okay, so that is there. And okay, so this is there. And order, we have already seen what is an order. And now we are going to see another property which is like align self. Align self is there. Okay, this allows the default alignment to be overridden for individual flex items. So please see align items explanation to understand what is available. Align items, so we can override the align items here. Okay, so again I'm going to take a different thing here. So I'll come here and do a flex box free, I'm going to do, and then Again, I'm going to open the VS Code, and this I'm going to do, and then index.html and style.css. Index.html and style.css. I've done not like this, and Flexbox free, and link is CSS is there. Okay, one sec, and we'll have something else. Okay. Okay, no problem. So here what we are going to have, okay, I think I should have another also. It's okay. Okay, so again we have something like this. I will open it with lives. So it will again show me like this, and what we are having here. Okay, so we are having here again the same kind of stuff we are going to have, and then I will go to the style.css, and here I will, first thing I will go to do is the dot container is display is flex, and border is 10px solid black, and height is 100 vertical height, and align items is flex start. Okay, so I'll do this and it will come like this, so it will show like this. Now what I'm going to do is the box dot box is width is 33.333%, and so it will actually expand till the end. So any width you'll give, it is not taking 33.33% because I don't have flex right. So this is something which I'm doing. So now what I'm going to do, so align item is flex start. It means that everything is at the start, everything is at the start. If I give this as a flex end, it will move to the end. Okay, if I give it as a thing as flex end, it will move, okay, it is the end. So I will give it the flex start, so like this. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, we are seeing what thing, we're seeing align cell, which is the individual property which overrides the align item. So we're going to see that thing. So now I'll come here and I'll do a dot box to as padding bottom as 200 pixel. Okay, so box 2 I'm making it a bit bigger than the box 6 as padding bottom 20 pixel, save it, padding bottom 20 pixel, and box 9 padding bottom as 300 pixel. I'm going to save it. So it is like this. Now I can move it individually. So how to move it individually? So box 2 is there. So here I'll do a align self as flex and it is moving to flex and align self as flex start. It will move to the start. By default it is start only, and align self as center, and it will move to the center. So this is how it is overriding. By default align item, it override the align items. I am giving it in the individual boxes like this box 2 3 4 5 6. I'm giving it the individual boxes, so I'm able to move them. Okay, so we are done with this. Now we are going to look into another thing. See, we are done with this align self. We are done with this order property also. Now we have something known as flex property, which we have briefly seen soon, means earlier, but we are going to do this thing again now. Okay, so I think I have to make again because it's a bit different. Okay, so that is then all of this code I will going to give. I don't know whether I was giving the earlier code or not, because I might be forgetting. Okay, so this is their new folder. Flexbox 4 is there. Then Flexbox 4 and index.html and style.css. Okay. Not Flexbox 4, then link CSS is there. And this time we are going to have some different HTML. So some emojis we are going to have this time. And one more thing which we're going to have is this go live. So this is how the Flexbox looks like this right now. So let us go ahead, and we are learning about what? We are learning about the property of flex. Actually, this property of flex is very, very important. This property of flex is because of this property only flex will get lot of its power, and we are going to see that power and all. Okay, so this is the, and again these are all whatever is the right hand side of this site, it is all individual properties. Okay, so the first thing which you are going to do is the container, as I'm come here, and the dot container as display as flex. I'm going to do, and then it will come like this. Display of flex will come like this. Then what I'm going to do again, we are going to give the individual properties like this. Box, I'm going to give box is what? Box are these individual properties. Okay, box I will give, and one more thing is there. Okay, there is some free space is there. So you might be seeing it. Okay, it is very small. Okay, I'll make it a bit bigger. So see, a lot of, am I on? Okay, so a lot of empty space is there maybe. Okay, so then what I'm going to do here, I'm going to give the dot box as flex 1. I'm going to, so what is this flex 1? See, flex 1 is whatever the empty space was there, it divided equally among all the items. It is dividing it equally among all the items. So it is looking like this. Okay, in here also it will be, Flexbox is very much responsive. You don't need to write a lot of media queries in Flexbox. Okay, so that is there. Flex 1 has been done. Okay, so what is this one value? So we can have something known as flex 2 also. So let us have some, all of the boxes are flex 1 property, and in the box 2 I'll put the flex as 2. Flex as 2 I'll do put. Let's see now what is happening. Flex as 2 have put. So just second box is having twice the space. So there was some free space. So second box took twice the free space as the remaining of the box. So this is what happens when I give the flex of 2. So that is done. Now okay, so one more thing is that you'll come here and you'll see there is one. This is the shortcut for flex grow, flex shrink, and flex basics combined. Second and third parameter are optional. Okay, that is a different thing. It is recommended that we use this shortcut property rather than set up the individual property. We should always do it like this. And in production projects, you will see that people will always use like this. But then also we have to learn what is this flex shrink, flex grow, and flex basics. So let us learn that thing. Okay, and I might make it a bit smaller, because what I'm going to do here right now, I'm going to go here and I'm going to comment all of these things out, comment this out, and then the style.css, I'll go, and here this box 1 I'm going to make flex, and this box 1 I'm going to make flex 1. Only two boxes are there right now, so both of them I have made. So both of them are taking equal space. So as I have told, this is the shortcut. This one is a shortcut of what? So it has got three properties like flex, grow, flex shrink, and flex basics. And we can give it like this also. One is a shortcut for 110. It will do the same thing. This means that the flex grow is 1, flex shrink is 1, and flex basics is 0. So if I do refresh also, and it will be the same. So okay, so now we'll learn about the individual properties. What is the flex basics, what is the flex shrink, what is the flex grow. Okay, and before that, I think again, okay, 1 minute. Google Forms, I need to give the attendance. Okay, 1 sec. Free. Okay. Copy and mark your attendance here. Please do mark your attendance here. So that is there, and okay, so flex 1 is there. So we are going to learn about the flex basics first. So let us remove this thing, and I will give a flex of basis as 400 pixel. I'm going to give, then flex of basis of 300 pixel. I'm going to give, save it. So flex basic of 400 pixel and flex of 300. What is flex basic? Flex basics means the default size of the element before the remaining space is distributed. In common term, it is the width. So that's why in the when I was giving that 110, flex basics is always 0, because we can control it from the width also. So flex basics generally whatever pixel you give, it will be like that. And it definition means flex basic means the default size of the element before the remaining space is distributed. For that we need to give some other property also, and the most important property even with flex 1 is the flex grow property. That is the thing actually which was defining how it was growing. So flex grow of 2, and as I told, it is not recommended to give this individually. Flex grow of 2, and this is a flex grow of 1. Save it. So see now what happened. This is actually the same flex thing. So this is how we distribute the free space between items. When there is free space, so what was taken, whatever the free space is there, box 1 will take twice the free space, and box 2 will take the one of the free space. Okay, that like this it is there. Okay, so that is there, and so now what we are going to see, we are going to see the flex shrink, the property of flex shrink. Flex shrink I'm going to do, and this is like 5 I'm going to give, and flex shrink of 1. So flex shrink of 5 and flex shrink of 1 I'm given. So what is there? Okay, so what does flex shrink means? Flex shrink means the ability to shrink the item in proportion when the space will be less. So I have given a shrink of 5. So what does that mean? Shrink of 5 means that the space is less, so it will do, and it will come in play only in the mobile layout. So let me save it, and flex shrink of 5 and flex shrink of 1 have here. So flex shrink of 5 is there. Okay, then I'll go like this. Okay, see what happened. When the space is less, it is shrinking 5 times more. 1 is shrinking 5 times more, and 2 is shrinking only 1 times. Means when the space is less, 1 will shrink more. And I have intentionally giving flex grows more. So when the space is more, 1 is growing more. But when the space is less, 1 is, we generally don't do like this, but I just given to give an example. When it is growing, when we are growing, so it is growing 2 times, and when it is shrinking, it is shrinking 5 times. So it is like this. It's like this. Okay, it's like this. It is done. Then so this is done, and As I told, actually Flexbox is also very small thing. And the next thing is a grid. And grid will take some time, and the grid, and again, a new topic, so I don't want to start it today. I'm going to start the grid tomorrow. So you all come, means the grid is very important. Some people were also asking about, okay, they want to do grid, so please do come tomorrow. And all of this Flexbox property grid have all of this Flexbox property plus some other properties also it is having. Properties, okay, so that is there. And we are going to tomorrow, and we're going to end the grid. Okay, so with this I will end today's stream. I think my system is hanged.